All right, so get ready because today we were diving deep into the Merkabah.
Oh, yeah.
The Merkabah, sometimes called the light body. Have you heard of this?
I have, yeah. It's fascinating.
I'm excited to learn more about it.
I too.
I've heard little bits and pieces, but I don't have a really good grasp of it.
Yeah, well, it's a potent energy field
Okay.
with some deep spiritual meaning and implications
Okay.
for our spiritual growth.
So this is more than just kind of like an interesting concept. It's something that can affect us.
That's right.
Okay.
And the cool thing about it is that you can work with it. It's not just something that's like abstract, you know?
Right.
And the article that we are looking at today is Understanding Merkabahs, a Gateway to Spiritual Transformation and Soul Evolution.
Okay, so like when you hear Merkabah, I think a lot of people are like, what is that?
Yeah.
So break it down for us. What is it?
Well, the term Merkabah comes from ancient Hebrew,
Okay.
and it means chariot,
A chariot.
like a vehicle for the soul. So it's this vehicle that can help us navigate the spiritual realms.
Okay, I like that. That's a cool visual, like a soul chariot.
Yeah.
So if we were to like draw this thing, what does it look like?
It's a 3D star tetrahedron, which basically means it's two interlocking triangular pyramids,
Okay, I can kind of picture that.
one pointing up and one pointing down.
Okay.
And the symbolism there, of course, is the one pointing up is representative of the masculine energy and our connection to the cosmos.
Right.
And the one pointing down is the feminine energy and our grounding here to Earth.
Oh, I like that. Okay.
But it's not just a static shape. It's actually an energy field. It's this energy field that surrounds all of us
Oh, wow.
that spins and creates a vortex. So it's a vortex of energy,
Okay.
kind of like a spiritual force field
Right.
that, deflects negative energy.
Yeah, I was just thinking like a superhero, with their
Yeah.
force field. So we each have this energy field.
That's the idea.
Okay. And it's spinning and creating a vortex.
Yeah.
Interesting. So what's the significance of activating it? Like what can this light body actually do for us?
Well, when you activate your Merkabah, it's kind of like switching on a hidden superpower.
Okay.
It's believed to be a vehicle for ascension. It can enable the soul to travel
Oh, wow.
between dimensions.
Okay, hold on. So we're talking about expanded consciousness,
Yeah.
connecting with higher realms.
Yeah. Even astral travel, potentially.
Whoa. Okay, so this is not just like, I'm going to feel a little bit better.
Right.
We're talking big stuff.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, so this is more than just personal growth. This is connecting us to something bigger than ourselves.
That's right. It's about tapping into universal energy flow.
Okay. So is this something like specific to one like type of spirituality or religion? Or is this something that's found like in a bunch of different places?
That's a good question. It's really interesting because it's not limited to Hebrew mysticism, this idea.
Oh.
You find similar concepts in ancient texts from Egypt, India, and China. They talk about chariots of light. They talk about a vehicle for spiritual transformation. It's kind of a universal thing.
Okay, so different cultures, different places in history are kind of pointing at the same idea.
Right. It's something fundamental to the human experience.
Okay, cool. So how does it get activated?
Well, activating the Merkabah is often described as a process of soul evolution. And there are stages to this evolution.
Okay.
And it starts with awakening,
Okay.
where you recognize the Merkabah
Okay.
and its importance in your spiritual journey.
Okay, so first we have to become aware of it.
Yeah.
Okay, so what are some signs that we might be experiencing that awakening?
Well, the article mentions a few telltale signs.
Mm-hmm.
Have you been experiencing heightened intuition lately?
Yeah.
Maybe you've been having really vivid dreams, or you have a strong sense of purpose, like you're meant for something bigger. Those could be signs that your soul is kind of calling out to you, like urging you to explore your spiritual path.
Okay, so it's not always like a lightning bolt or anything. It could just be these subtle things.
Right.
Okay, so I'm aware. Now what? What is the next stage?
So the next stage is transformation.
Transformation, okay.
And that's where things get really interesting. This is about profound inner change.
Yeah.
It's about shedding those old layers and stepping into your power.
Okay.
And it's a time to release limiting beliefs, heal past wounds, and align with your true self.
Mm-hmm.
And the Merkabah is believed to support us through this process.
Okay, so it's like we're getting a makeover.
Yeah.
Spiritual makeover.
Well, exactly.
Is that it? Is that the final stage? Transformation?
Not quite. There's one more stage after transformation.
Oh, okay.
And that is enlightenment. And this is about moving toward higher consciousness and spiritual mastery. So, imagine a deeper connection to the divine expanded awareness, and seen beyond the limitations of the physical world.
Wow. Okay. So how do we reach that? Like, is it just a matter of activating the Merkabah and then, everything is great? Or is there more to it than that?
Well, it's definitely not passive. It's, remember we talked about setting intentions.
Yeah.
That's really crucial throughout this whole journey. What is it you want to achieve? Healing, connection,
Hmm.
manifesting your deepest desires. The Merkabah can help with all that, but you need to be an active participant.
Okay. So we are the drivers of the chariot.
Right.
Okay. How do we work with this energy?
Well, one of the simplest, most effective techniques is visualization.
Okay.
So you find a quiet space, close your eyes, and picture that star tetrahedron spinning around you. Feel its energy surrounding you, protecting you, aligning you with those higher frequencies.
It sounds so simple,
It is.
but I can imagine it's powerful.
Yeah.
You mentioned breath work earlier.
Yeah.
How does that tie in?
Breathwork is an amazing way to kind of supercharge your visualization practice.
Hmm.
So as you breathe in, imagine drawing that light, that energy into your Merkabah. As you exhale, release any negativity, any blockages.
Okay.
There's so many different techniques out there, so experiment, find what works for you.
Okay. So find what resonates.
Okay.
Are there any risks or downsides to working with this?
That's a great question, and it's important to approach it with respect and awareness. Listen to your body, listen to your intuition, and if you need guidance, seek it out. There are experienced practitioners out there who can help.
Okay.
Um, but generally, it's considered a very safe and beneficial practice.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
So what about the skeptics out there? Like some people might hear this and think it's just another new age fad or something like that. What would you say to those people?
Well, I would say that, it's healthy to be skeptical.
Okay.
Right? It's good to question, explore different viewpoints.
Yeah.
But what if there's more to reality than we can perceive with our five senses?
Right.
What if there's a whole world of energy and interconnectedness that we're just beginning to understand?
Okay. So open your mind a little bit.
Yeah.
So if we do embrace this idea, how does that shift our understanding of, life, death, the nature of reality?
Well, that's a big question.
Yeah.
If the Merkabah is this vehicle that can allow our souls to travel between dimensions, it suggests that death might not be an end.
Okay.
Maybe it's just a transition to another realm of existence. And if we can work with it now while we're still in our physical bodies, maybe we can gain glimpses into those other realms
Okay.
and prepare for that journey.
Wow, this is pretty mind-blowing. So, activating the Merkabah, enlightenment, evolving our souls, it's a lot.
Yeah.
Is this something that's attainable for the average person?
It's a good question. And it depends on what you mean by attainment,
Right.
because enlightenment isn't a final destination.
Okay.
It's an ongoing process of growth and evolution.
Okay.
So we're all on this journey. Every step brings us closer to our true selves and helps us live a more fulfilling life.
Okay. So it's about enjoying the process.
Yeah.
And it sounds like this Merkabah can really help us on that journey.
It can.
Awesome. Well, I think this is a good place to take a break.
Sounds good.
We are going to pick this up and talk more about specific techniques and
Yes,
practices
let's get
in
that.
the next part of our deep dive.
Looking forward to it.
So stay tuned.
Welcome back. We were talking before about how working with this Merkabah can help us achieve some pretty incredible things.
Yeah.
But I'm sure you're probably wondering, how do we actually activate it? How do we get this thing going?
Yeah, give us the goods. Like, what can we actually do?
Well, there's a bunch of stuff you can do.
Okay.
But one of the most accessible, powerful techniques is breath work.
Okay, I'm listening.
So think about it. Your breath, right?
Mm.
It's this constant source of energy flowing in and out of your body. It's like a direct line to your Merkabah. And there are a ton of different techniques out there, but here's a simple one you can try. Find a comfortable seated position. Close your eyes and start by taking a few deep, slow breaths, really filling your lungs, And as you inhale,
Yeah.
visualize drawing brilliant white light into your core,
Okay.
like right into the center of that star tetrahedron.
Okay.
And then as you exhale, imagine any negativity, stress, blockages, anything that's not serving you, just dissolving and flowing out of your body. Repeat this for a few minutes and just notice how you feel.
I mean, that sounds so relaxing. I can already feel my shoulders like untensing just picturing that.
Yeah.
Are there any other techniques besides like the visualization and breath work?
Yeah, definitely. So remember how we talked about the Merkabah representing this balance between the masculine and the feminine?
Uh-huh.
Well, there's specific mudras you can do, like hand gestures.
Mudras.
Yeah.
Okay, tell me about that.
So mudras are basically these symbolic hand positions that have been used in spiritual practices for centuries. You find them a lot in yoga, meditation. And each mudra is associated with a specific energy flow.
Okay.
So, for example, there's a mudra called the Anjali Mudra, where you bring your palms together in front of your heart.
Hmm.
And that's thought to, like, promote balance, harmony, inner peace.
So we can use these mudras to kind of intentionally direct the energy flow?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I like that.
And another technique that you might find surprising is using sound.
Oh, okay.
So certain sounds and frequencies can actually resonate with your Merkabah,
Okay.
like activate its energy and amplify its effects.
So are we talking like chanting or what are we talking about?
It's more like using sound as a tool for, like, fine-tuning your energy field.
Okay.
You know, there are these binaural beats, isochronic tones, things like that,
Yeah.
that are thought to activate the Merkabah and promote healing, relaxation, even heightened awareness.
So you could like listen to certain sounds.
Yeah, and kind of fine-tune this thing.
Interesting. So these tools, these techniques, are they like hard to find?
Oh, not at all. They're super accessible.
Okay.
You know, you can find guided meditations, breathwork exercises, sound healing tracks, all kinds of stuff online, apps.
Okay.
It's readily available.
Oh, that's good. So we're not talking about like you need to go find this one scroll in the Himalayas. You
Well,
can get it right on your phone.
Yeah, exactly. This is available to everybody.
Okay, cool. So is there any evidence to support these claims about the Merkabah? Or is it all like based on these ancient traditions?
That's where it gets really interesting because while a lot of it does come from ancient traditions, modern science is actually starting to catch up a little bit. So have you heard about biophotons?
I have. I don't really know much about them.
Okay. Well, biophotons are basically tiny particles of light that are emitted by living organisms.
Okay.
And some researchers believe that these biophotons might play a role in regulating our energy fields. And get this, they've actually been able to capture images of these energy fields using special cameras.
So it's not just like woo-woo out there stuff.
Right.
There's actually something to it.
Yeah, it's pretty groundbreaking.
Okay. Wow. So this research, is that happening now?
It's ongoing. Yeah, it's a really exciting field.
Okay.
And it's just the beginning.
Wow. So we're learning more and more about this stuff.
Okay.
So I want to go back to something you mentioned earlier, the Akashic Records.
Oh, yeah.
What are those?
Okay. So imagine a universal library
Okay.
that contains all knowledge and experience.
Okay.
That's the Akashic Records. So every thought, action, feeling ever experienced by every being recorded in this energetic archive.
So it's all out there.
It's all out there, yeah, if you can access it.
Okay. And how do you access that?
Well, that's the million-dollar question. Many spiritual traditions believe that you can access it through the Merkabah.
Okay.
So, by activating our light body, we can tune in to these higher frequencies and potentially tap into this database.
Oh, wow. So it's like we're upgrading our spiritual Wi-Fi
Yeah, exactly.
to connect to this cosmic information superhighway.
That's a great way to put it.
So how do you do it? Like, what's the process for that?
There are specific techniques, but they often require a solid foundation in meditation and visualization.
Okay.
So it's about getting into that deep state of relaxation
Okay.
and really focusing your intention on accessing the records.
Okay. Is there like an example of what that might look like?
Yeah. So here's a simple visualization you can try. Find a quiet place where
Yeah.
you can relax without distractions. Close your eyes. Imagine yourself standing before this massive library filled with infinite books.
Okay.
And you step into the library and approach a wise librarian
Okay.
and ask this librarian to guide you to the information that you seek. And then just visualize this book appearing before you,
Okay.
containing the wisdom that you're looking for.
Okay. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. But, you know, it's a journey, right?
Yeah.
It takes patience, practice, an open mind, but the rewards are immeasurable, you know?
That is mind-blowing. We are going to come back and talk about some of the potential challenges and, ethical considerations
Yeah, they'd support.
of working with the Merkabah. All right, so we are back. We've talked about all these amazing things that we can do with the Merkabah.
Yeah.
Ancient traditions, even modern science is starting to point towards some evidence that this stuff is real.
Yeah. It's pretty wild.
But I think some people might be thinking, okay, that's great, but how do I actually use this in my everyday life?
Yeah, that's a great question.
Like, how do we bring the Merkabah down to earth?
Well, one simple but powerful way is to kind of view it as a constant reminder of our interconnectedness.
Okay.
So, like, imagine every time you encounter another person,
Yeah.
you just picture their Merkabah spinning around them,
Yeah.
just like yours.
Okay.
It's a really simple shift in perspective,
Right.
but it can foster this deeper sense of empathy, compassion, understanding.
So instead of thinking of ourselves as all these separate beings,
Right.
we're
We're all
really,
connected.
yeah.
Through these swirling fields of energy.
I like that. It's like we're all part of one big cosmic dance or something.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that awareness, it can have this ripple effect,
Right.
transforming our interactions,
Right.
creating a more harmonious world.
Yeah.
But it doesn't stop there, right?
Yeah.
Remember how we talked about the Merkabah
Yeah.
helping us align with those higher frequencies?
Uh-huh.
Well, when we're operating at that level,
Yeah.
we tap into this wellspring of creativity, intuition,
Okay.
problem-solving abilities.
So we're not just talking about spiritual growth here. It
Right.
can actually impact our everyday life.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah, unlocking your full potential.
It's powerful stuff.
Yeah.
But I'm also wondering, are there any like pitfalls or challenges that we might encounter?
Oh, for sure. One common one is getting too caught up in the idea of achieving some, like, ultimate state of enlightenment.
Right.
And forgetting that it's a journey, not a destination.
Yeah, I think a lot of people get caught up in that.
Yeah. So it's about embracing the process.
Okay.
The ups and downs, the twists and turns,
Right.
and being patient with yourself. Don't get discouraged if you don't experience instant results.
It's like learning any skill, right? It takes
Yeah.
time, practice, dedication.
Totally.
And another thing too is like, working with energy can sometimes bring up like intense emotions or, buried memories.
Yeah.
So I think that's where self-care comes in, like seeking support
Absolutely.
from practitioners or whatever feels right for you.
Yeah, yeah. It's like, going on a deep sea dive. You need the right equipment and a skilled guide to help you navigate.
Yeah, that's a good analogy. So for people who are still a little bit wary of this concept, the Merkabah,
Yeah.
they might think it's a little too out there, too new agey.
Yeah.
What would you say to those folks?
I would say embrace that skepticism. Question everything. Explore different perspectives.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid to challenge your own beliefs.
Yeah.
But at the same time, keep an open mind.
Right.
Don't dismiss something just because it sounds a little unfamiliar
Yeah.
or challenges your worldview.
Right, because there's so much that we don't know,
Yes,
right?
exactly. Our understanding of the universe is constantly evolving.
Yeah. What might seem crazy today could be totally normal tomorrow.
Totally. It's like those old maps,
Yes.
where they used to label uncharted territories. Here be dragons.
Yeah, here be dragons.
We need to be willing to venture beyond the familiar. And the Merkabah is like, it offers a roadmap
I like that.
for exploring those uncharted territories.
Okay. So as we wrap this up, I'm curious, like, what are your personal thoughts on the Merkabah and, its role in our lives?
I think for me, it's this powerful reminder of our limitless potential.
Okay.
It's like a symbol of our inherent divinity,
Okay.
our connection to the infinite,
Yeah.
and our capacity for growth, healing, transformation.
Yeah.
It's not just a concept. It's an experience,
Right.
a journey of self-discovery
Yeah, I like that.
that can lead to some really profound insights.
So to all of our listeners out there, if this is something that you are interested in, I encourage you to keep learning,
Yeah, keep exploring
explore, question, and
and keep shining your light.
yeah, keep shining your light. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive,
Thanks for having me.
and we will see you next time.